Siyavuselela, gama lami uNokuthula Miranda wakwamnguni, ingwekazi yamawelekazi, umzukulu kaQwabe. Silapha eManzamnyama, which is halfway between Encome Blood River and Hlathi Dam eNquthu. Sizocela kumnikazi wendawo, that is the spiritual owner of the place, to grant us the opportunity and the permission to dig for medicines. These medicines are going to be used by myself and other healers at Intando Yemvelo Apothecary in order to make products that are going to make you look good, feel good, and smell good. Uma uyophahla ngaphandle kwimvelo, whether it's the mountain or the river, wherever you might need to go, the most important thing that you need to do is to make sure that your body is in an ideal state. This is your physical body, right? Because you're going into the physical manifestation of the Creator's essence. You want to fast, you want to cleanse, you want to steam. If you can't fast everything completely, you want to avoid meat at all costs. You cannot come out into nature with a body full of meat, processed foods, and other unsavory substances. The next thing that you want to do is to make sure that you cleanse. It's one of the reasons why I came out so late today. Okay, you definitely have to cleanse. You have to be presentable. You also want to avoid consuming things that are going to attract any unsavory entities such as izimpundulu, such as umdliwa, things like that. Ashe. Then you also want to be dressed accordingly. There's no strict code in how you should be dressing. Head covered, and you always have to be decent, inhlonipho. So I am wearing an apron at the bottom because I am wearing sweatpants underneath. Always have to have your medicinal beads with you. I then pair those with a copper bracelet, Yaba Chembere. This one is from Zimbabwe. Shout out to Unontando Ngube who helped me to acquire them. You can order these through our website. And then you bring the tools and implements that you need that I'm going to take you through now. So let me take you through some of the items that I've brought with me. Most importantly, you always have to bring water. It's very important to make libation. However, you're not always entirely certain what type of alcohol or spirits that owner of Indawo, umnikazi wendawo, the owner or the overseer of the place enjoys. So the safest thing to do is to bring water. You can always start with your water. But I also have brought lager. Alright. Some idalwa, they will prefer malt, some will prefer hotter spirits, but for the most part, they will all never ever say no to lager. So I'm not going to name any brands, but anything that is a lager and has malt in it, they'll be very happy to receive. I then have a small dagger here with me. There will be smaller plants that don't necessarily need me to use an entire hoe to dig. There may also be leaves that I want to cut off the tree. You don't want to just grab and pull things. You want to make sure you use appropriate tools. I also have with me Impepho yehlathi. This is the one that you see most commonly. This is what we're going to use. Ukuphahla, siphahlele umnikazi wendawo. I also have with me 2 types of snuff. The first is the Old Faithful, Intu. I avoid using the menthol in nature. The menthol is usually a favorite with ogogo, amadlozi ekhaya. For nature deities or nature elementals, try to go for the plain one. But even better, bafuna iskayo, which is ground snuff that we either make ourselves or we buy from the local elderly women. And then finally, I have with me isiphephetho sempundulu. This is what's going to go over impepho, just to make sure that as we're working and as we're burning lempepho, we don't invite any unwanted or any low vibrating entities that will be harmful to any of us and what we're trying to do. So because I'm not here ukuzophahlela idlozi lakithi okanye idlozi elingiphethe, the laws that rule my head, I am here to beseech the spiritual owner of this place. I do not bring a candle with me. If it was at night time, I definitely would need a bigger flame, but for the purposes of today, we're just going to use the flame from the matchstick. The sulfur from the matchstick will also help to ward off any unwanted spirits or entities. So, first things first, cannot do anything without the element of water, agwe. We have brought impepho, which is an element of earth as well as air. And now we are going to pour fire onto it before adding more earth, because we are coming to take from earth. So goes. For safety. It's also an element of earth, giving the owner of the place everything that might please them to allow me to take from what is there. Finally, you sweeten the deal by giving them something they don't get often. Don't try this at home. This is for aunties only. We have the blossom or the flower and the leaves. We've got the stem, small stem, main stem, and we've got some of the roots. Gonna deal with your asthma, gonna deal with your eczema, gonna deal with any skin rashes and irritations that you might have. Right. So, all right. Go to action.
Bitch, please. Lamborghini keys.
No free promo. You gotta pay me.
So